diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody. Happy thank fucking God Christmas is over day. All right, just doing a little bit of sharing. I'm going to do one more share here. Why bother if it's just going to put it in there like that? All right, happy Tuesday. I'm going to do the best that I can. But I'm pretty upset right now. So just some things that sometimes things happen. There's nothing I can do about them. They just fucking hurt. Sometimes it's not even done towards you, but that doesn't mean it doesn't fucking hurt. And, you know, I used to run around being a very unthinking person towards other people, and I've tried hard to change that. And I do kind of have a boundary of I get treated the same. And sometimes I feel like the only way I'm going to get through to some people is by yelling and screaming. And I don't want to go there, and I don't want to do that stuff. So the topic today is, you know, it's great, but I'm going to tell you, I don't really give a fuck today. All right. I will do my best, though. I will try and have a bad attitude. I'll try and have a good attitude about this. Hold on. Something is going on, and it's weird, and I need to make sure my cats are that they're okay. What are you doing? All right. There's not food in his favorite bowl, so he thinks he's... Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I am going to be your host today. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. We're going to be reading out of the 12 by 12, page 112. I bet it's on the 12th step. But we do need to talk about success and failure. If you read in the big book, there's couple of stories in there where they talk about people who they got something good and they went out and drank. So what did I say? 112. I really don't want to beat a cat online, but I will. One second. went and put water in the bowl. So, all right. And I smacked his ass. It hurt. it didn't hurt him, trust me. Just enough to scare him into stop doing it for 30 seconds. All right. I'm going to start at the bottom of page 111, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to come on here and say everything's great. I don't do that stuff. No. You got to know that I have bad days. Okay. All right. Now comes the biggest question yet. What about all the practice of these principles in all our affairs? Can we love the whole pattern of living as eagerly as we do the small segment of what we discover when we try to help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety? Can we bring the same spirit of love and tolerance into our sometimes deranged family lives that we bring into our AA group? I tell you, I tried. They did nothing but treat me with disrespect again. Can we have the same kind of confidence and faith in these people who have been infected and someplace crippled by our own illness that we have in our sponsors? Can we actually carry the AA spirit into our daily work? Not everybody's going to be able to do that. Some jobs, some jobs is just a bunch of alcoholics. There are some places, but for the most part, your work would rather you stay on and go to treatment and get some beat, not just because they care. It costs less, and they're required to by law. So, I mean, call it what it is. Can we meet our newly recognized responsibility to the world at large? And can we bring new purpose and devotion to the religion of our choice? Can we find a new joy of living and trying to do something about all these things? Furthermore, can we come to terms with seeming failure or success? Can we now accept and adjust to either without despair or pride? Can we accept poverty, sickness, loneliness, and bereavement with courage and serenity? I'm trying. But some days it's just too much. Just too much for me. Can we steadfastly content ourselves with the humbler, yet sometimes more durable satisfaction when the brighter, more glittering achievements are denied us? Yeah, some of the things are hard where you think you're going to achieve something. It's just kind of ripped from you. I've been through a lot of failures to get just to the club, and the club is something very, very simple compared to a lot of the other things that I wanted to do. Okay? But it's what suits Dion. It's where my skills can be utilized. All my skills, everything from being a phone technician to being a drug and alcohol counselor, right? To being a salesperson and a national sales trainer. All those things I'm able to use doing this stuff. Furthermore, okay, I did that. The AA answer to these questions about living is yes, all of these things are possible. We know this because we see the monotony, pain, and even calamity turn to good use by those who keep on trying to practice AA's 12 steps. I don't like it when the book calls me out and I'm not ready. It's just hard. Because I keep on practicing the AA traditions and steps and the principles, and And if these facts of life for many alcoholics who have recovered in AA, they can become the facts of life for many more. Next part is about two-stepping, and I don't want to talk about it. So, in all things, failure or success, we need to do everything that we can to try and learn something from it, so that we are not doomed to repeat it. Right now, I'm going through the L's of alcoholism, man. If it wasn't for my alcoholism, I probably wouldn't have a lot of these things going on right now. But because of it, so I'm a little mad at my alcoholism right now. Okay. Um, and we can be honest about these things. Is it going to drive my day? Probably. It probably is going to drive a lot of my day. But I'm already aware of this, which means, I can try and do something about it. Take away some power by talking about it. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here and letting me let me work through that. I appreciate it. Oh, we didn't do the reading from the reflections. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. After I found AA and stopped drinking, it took a while before I understood why the first step contained two parts: my powerlessness over alcohol and my life's unmanageability. In the same way, I believed for a long time, in order to be in tune with the 12 steps, it was enough for me to carry this message to alcoholics. That was rushing things. I was forgetting that there was a total of 12 steps, and that the 12th step also had more than one part. Eventually, I learned it was necessary for me to practice these principles in all areas of my life. In working all the steps thoroughly, I not only stay sober and help anyone else to achieve, I not only stay sober and help someone else to achieve sobriety, but also I transform my difficulty with living into joy of living. So, all right, good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. And I hope everybody has a great day. I love you. Peace out.